Hello, and welcome to Viewpoints, Dominion DMS's video podcast series where we highlight our vendor partners. I'm Sharon Kitzman, President of Dominion DMS, and with us today we have Todd Gilbreath. He's the National Sales Director of Dealership for Life. Todd, welcome.
Hi, Sharon. Thank you so much. It's great to be here. Thank you for doing this.
Absolutely. I know our dealers are going to be very interested in everything that you have to say today and getting a better understanding of the solutions that Dealerships for Life offers. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your company, Dealerships for Life.
Sure. So I've been in the business for a little over 30 years, almost 35 years. Started in Columbus, Ohio. Worked my way. Yeah, go Bucks, right?
Go Bucks.
I worked my way through the dealership and then went into outside sales and worked for a company called LML Technologies, LeaseLink, and we sold the LeaseLink software nationwide. And then we were sold to Dealertrack. I worked for them for about a year, then went out and became an agent. And I ran into Dealership for Life back in 2004. And I realized as an agent that it was easier for me to sign up a client using rewards and loyalty versus having to go in there with just F&I products. And because I believe in the program, I know it works. I'm a huge fan of rewards and loyalty. And of course, airlines and hotels have been doing it for over 60 years. So it definitely works. And of course, we've been doing it since 2004. And then I am married, my wife, Becky, and we'll be celebrating 30 years this September the 4th. We have a son, his name's Benjamin. He lives in Texas with us. We live in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. He's 25 and he's becoming a welder. So that's just and then of course, we're very heavily involved in our church. We're active in our faith, and I serve on the weekends. I do a lot of ministry. I help teachers and pastors and leaders. I counsel them. I also do marriage counseling for couples on the weekend. And I also do some freedom ministry. So that's a little bit about me.
Wow, you are packing a lot in.
Yes.
On a daily and weekly basis. And congratulations on 30 years of marriage. That's fantastic. Fantastic. Awesome. I happen to know that because we discussed it earlier, that you're back in Columbus, Ohio today, visiting some clients and conducting or participating in a grand opening with one of your clients. I'm assuming that the start of the year has gone well for you so far. It's the end of May. We're almost halfway through the year.
I know. Yes. Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah. It's been going really well. Sales have been steady in the fact of new clients, acquiring new clients. But we're seeing a lot of incremental growth through the year vertically. So we're we have new product offerings for dealerships. So like we have Battery for Life. We have another product called VIN Connect, which is retarget marketing for social media. When people go to look for a car, whether it be on cars.com or one of those third-party sites, we see that, and then we will basically take that information and we'll take inventory, 5 vehicles out of the dealer's inventory. We'll serve that back up to the client or the customer on their social media. And then we're able to drive them back to the customers, to our dealer's website, and to purchase a vehicle. So that's been very, very good for us. We have been offering that now for about 7 months, to all of our clients, and made that available to them. We tested it out for a little over a year to make sure that it would work. We just tested it actually right here in Columbus, Ohio. So with our clients, and it's been wildly successful, helping them with incremental sales. So we're able to grow our sales vertically as well as horizontally. And we do have a lot more dealers now that are taking interest in saying, hey, we're facing some challenges in service. We're also obviously we're seeing more challenges in sales. So what can we do to add more value to our customers when they want to buy from us? What's our value proposition? And then how do we drive more of those customers back into service so that we can keep those incremental sales going up in service, increasing the ROs per customer per RO, right? So that's what we're doing there.
Excellent. I know there in all of our industries, right? There's competitors.
Yes.
And that's healthy and good for the business in general. But Maybe give us an example of something that Dealership for Life touts as one of the unique value propositions it offers.
Well, I think the biggest thing that sets us apart from anybody else in the marketplace is that we're the only ones, the only company that does what we do. So we touch every facet of the dealership, and we have basically 5 pillars that we work off of. One is obviously being customer retention and loyalty. That's what drives us every day in the morning, getting up, making sure that our customers are retaining more of their customers, right? And that's what drives us. And then, of course, graphics. We have a graphic design department, so we do graphics at no additional charge for our clients. So if they need a designer, so we're helping them brand their dealerships in their marketplace, digitally branding and marketing. And so that's what we do with our graphics department. The third one is service and training. So we do a wide array of training and service. We don't just sell a product and say, hey, thank you so much for signing up with us. We'll see you. Have a nice life. Hope you're successful. No, we have boots on the ground, people in the stores. And that was a big, huge thing that I learned years ago with DealerTrack and with LML Technologies, is to have service and support people that are in the stores every single month. And we hear it from our dealers. We say, hey, they say, hey, you know what? You're like one of the only companies that comes in here that actually does training and helps us, you know, with what we're trying to push or do in the culture of our dealership, with our customers and with our employees. So I think service and training is a big one. And of course, the third one, or the next one, the fourth one, is that we're driving profits. We're making dealers more profitable in sales and service. We're a wealth building company for dealers. That's what we do. So that's part of, those are the pillars that we have that drive our business, and it kind of makes us unique. And we have a lot of dealers that will say, hey, based on everything that you're doing, I can, you know, not use this company or lessen my money that I'm spending with these other companies. And we actually help them spend better dollars in the right way with their marketing and their advertising. And then we also have loyalty and retention products for finance and insurance as well.
Wow. That's a lot going on
Yes.
inside of your company, but I love that, a wealth management firm for dealers. That's great.
Yes.
You know, you mentioned airlines and hotels earlier.
Yeah.
I've also been in this industry for over 30 years, which ages both of us. But anyway, and I traveled quite a bit the whole time. And I, you know, got in with Delta and Marriott early in the process. And I'd be hard pressed at this point to fly another airline or stay at another hotel, because the benefits of continuing with those brands are just so intrinsic in how I travel now, right? The expectation of the upgrade or the use of the club or what have you. Why do you think more dealers haven't plugged into this type of a retention initiative for their customers?
Well, a lot of times we hear that, I think part of it's understanding, like they don't understand really all the benefits that we can provide, or what a rewards and loyalty program provides them. You know, first of all, there's a lot of science and psychology in rewards and loyalty programs. And I say this all the time, is that, you know, when I was in high school or college, I can't remember which psych class it was, but, you know, they taught us about Dr. Pavlov and the Pavlov's theory, loyalty theory. And he had a dog in a room, and the dog rang the bell, he got a treat, and then he did it again, and then he did it again. He repeatedly did that. So that understanding of knowing that, hey, if I do that in my dealerships and my customers spend money with me and they earn rewards, the more they spend, the more reward points they have, or the more savings they have, like have their own savings account or credit card at that dealership, right? In other words, it's like a credit card. So
That's right.
they're not getting that at Valvoline or Jiffy Lube or Walmart or any of those other places where they can service their car. They have savings that are tied to that dealership. And of course, the more you spend, the more you earn, the more you earn, then the more you redeem. And then when you redeem or take money out of your savings account, now what does it make you do? It makes you spend more money. It's that loyalty cycle. In fact, I was in California training a service cashier at one of our clients years ago. And we redeemed some points out of this lady's account. She had 23,000 points. We took 10,000 points out. That was a savings of about $50. And we said to her, ma'am, we just want to show you that we redeemed the $50. We took 10,000 points out of your account. And here's your remaining balance. And you have 13,200 some odd points. And she said, I couldn't believe she said this. Oh, so you mean I need to spend some more money to earn more points? I go, exactly. But only in California, right? Nothing against California, but hey, but yeah, so I think the science and psychology, understanding that, and then of course, as a team, DFL, we're going to help drive that and push that behind the scenes with everything that we do with automatic follow-up emails, email campaigns and marketing and reward points and reward status and an app. We have a world-class dealer branded app for the customers to download on their phone because everything's driven by the app now, right? So they can see their points totals. They can see, just like the Starbucks app, when I redeem the stars, it tells me my points total. It's the same thing. So I think that's part of it. The other part of it is a lot of dealers think that, hey, I'm doing such a great job. I give great customer service. I give a lot of benefits to my customers that nobody else gives. I have the best CSI. So I don't know that I really need anything else. Well, what we see is that, yeah, customer satisfaction is great, and doing that is expected. So there are three concerns on customers' minds today. The top three concerns when doing business with a business is one, value. They want to make sure they're getting the best value. The second one is convenience. And the third one, which is a given, is customer satisfaction, great customer service. If you don't have that, then you're out of the game. Well, where we come in and where rewards and loyalty programs come in is that it takes that customer from being basically a prospect to a customer, to a client, to an advocate, to a raving fan. So having good customer satisfaction means, hey, you're making me happy today. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be loyal to you tomorrow. Somebody could come out with a better offer. They could come out with a better vehicle, a better design, etc. That doesn't mean I'm going to stay loyal to your dealership. And that's what we do, or to your dealer group. And that's what we do. We drive loyalty to that particular dealer and to his business.
Interesting. Excellent. You and I and all the dealers listening to this podcast are in an industry, as several over the course of the last couple of years has gone through a lot of change, right? A lot of change that was forced upon it by the pandemic, but also an evolving change associated with the types of vehicles that consumers are driving and how they're purchasing those vehicles, potentially more online these days, in what I call this ever-evolving industry of vehicle shortage, chip shortage, labor shortage, and now rising interest rates. Right. What are you and your team doing to help dealers potentially weather a little bit of a downturn or maybe take advantage of more of an upturn?
Yeah, I think a couple of things that come to mind is one is our training. So we're helping them realize more additional profits in stocks. So we're helping them find more opportunities there. We're doing a training and coaching, and this is all at no charge, by the way. It's included in our services. So we get paid on when a dealer sells a customer, that's how we get paid. So if a dealer is selling 200 cars a month, then we get paid on this 200. If it drops to 80, like it did during the pandemic, or 50, then that's what we get paid. So, so we're including these services I'm talking about in the purchase of the vehicle from the customer. So what we're doing is we're helping them find more opportunities in service with training, and then we're also helping them in sales to have a better value proposition, because it's starting to go back to the days of prior to the pandemic. I mean, it's getting very, very competitive depending on what part of the country you're in. And so if I'm a customer and I'm online, I'm looking at 10 different dealerships or whatever that number is, and then I narrow it down to 2 or 3, and I'm chatting back and forth, and I'm getting the numbers, and then I finally end up in a store. Well, we want that customer to end up into your store, right? And so part of that value proposition to say, hey, here's everything that we do for our clients. Here's the price, here's everything that we do, but we also have a rewards and loyalty program. We also have a lifetime powertrain. In other words, we have a better value proposition than you're going to get from any other dealership because you purchased the vehicle from me. We're going to reward you. We're going to give you benefits that are in writing. We're going to give you a peace of mind knowing that if anything happens to your engine or your drivetrain, we have either lifetime engine or lifetime powertrain, free oil changes for life, or a prepaid maintenance package that comes with the vehicle for a year or 2 years. I mean, so there's a lot of things that we can do that automatically, when you buy the car, you're getting a $5,000 or $10,000 value from that dealer versus the competitor who doesn't have those things. Yeah. So we really set that dealership apart. We put them on basically a competitive advantage. And if you've got a dealer who's got a lifetime powertrain and the other one does as well, but my dealer has lifetime powertrain and all these benefits and the rewards, and the customers, I mean, where would you buy, right?
Yeah.
So plus we help them with, again, the training on customer satisfaction, customer service, word tracks, those types of things as well.
Right. Great. So you've given our dealers that are listening a ton of reasons why they should reach out to Dealership for Life and at least inquire on more of what you have to offer. For them to do that, what's the best way?
Best way to just go to dealershipforlife.com. You simply go to our website, hit a request demo button. It's right there at the top, request demo. And then myself and one of our management team, we will get back to you right away, and we'll set up a demo either in person or via Zoom like we're doing right now. So I cover the entire nation. I live in Dallas, Texas, so I can be anywhere in the nation in 2 to 3 hours. We know that this auto industry, right, we're a belly-to-belly, face-to-face business. A lot of dealers like that in person. I want to get to know you. I really want to get to understand your company before I spend any money and do business with you. So we like that relational aspect of it. And that's what I'm all about as well, is making sure that I'm in front of a dealer as much as possible. But if it's more convenient to do it by Zoom, we can do it that way.
All right, great. And if you're a Dominion DMS dealer, and you'd rather go to the dominiondms.com website, you can find Dealership for Life under our partner tab, and that link will also take you to their website directly. All right. Is there any advice that you have for us in this partnership and in our integration opportunity between our two businesses, trying to break down some of the barriers for our two companies to be able to provide better workflow for our common dealers? Anything that you'd like to see Dominion DMS do that would help Dealership for Life better?
Sure. Yeah, we love collaboration, and we would like to actually collaborate with you guys more. We love having strategic partnership alliances, in the industry, and we do a lot. We're a very unique company that has a lot of relationships with a lot of other partners in the industry, and then that helps us provide better solutions to our clients. So I love the fact that we are doing this and we can collaborate even more. Just on a technical thing, one would be like pushing an RO into our system, into our rewards dashboard. That's our back end fixed ops program that we have available for our dealers. So some technical things I think would be great if we could share more information back and forth. That would be good.
Absolutely. And I know we have those APIs available, so I'll make sure to have our technical team reach out to yours and see if we can get that on the roadmap.
Great.
All right. So before you jump off to a dealership in Columbus, as we are both auto industry junkies at this point, do you have a car story for us?
Yeah, you know what I do, Sharon, and I was trying to think of which one to give you. I have a lot of them, but
many. Yeah.
I think what really interested me about the auto industry is when I was 6 or 7, I was just a little guy, right? And I grew up in Enid, Oklahoma, and there was a gas station at the main intersection in Enid for the highways that crossed, and it was a Phillips 66. And on the corner of that gas station on the property, there was a 1966 candy apple red Corvette on display. And every time we went by there, man, I looked at the car. I love that car. And I think that's what got me passionate about the auto industry and about cars and loving cars. And of course, from that point forward, as I grew up, I could see cars on the road and I could name them and what year they were. And I got to really know them. And the next thing I know, I kind of fell into the car business. I mean, I was going to be a preacher at one point, and then I was going to be an Air Force pilot. And then because of circumstances, I ended up in the car business, so I just kind of fell into it. And, but then that passion was already there. And so I love it. I love this industry that we're in. It has so many great opportunities for so many people. So yeah, it's a great industry. But yeah, thank you for asking that question, Sharon.
It gets in your blood and it never gets out. That's for sure.
Right. That's exactly right.
Todd, I know you have to run off to visit some clients, but I appreciate your time this morning. Thank you for all the great information that you've been able to share with our dealers about Dealership for Life and the unique value that it brings to dealers and their retention programs for their consumers. So I hope you have a great day out there today.
Great. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you. Blessings to you.
Thank you.